Hi, and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben. I am not the last man.
My name's Kay.
And today we are reviewing Why,
The Last Man.
or Why the Last Man.
It's a wonderful play on words. Based on DC Comics' acclaimed series, Why the Last Man traverses a post-apocalyptic world in which a cataclysmic event decimates every mammal with a Y chromosome.
Okay, so this is obviously DC based, but it's Disney, which is an unusual one. Normally, Warner does all the DC stuff. Nevertheless, we get the first 3 episodes dropping, and then it's weekly. So Disney have given us the first 3 to review, so we're excited to talk about it. Not going to give a rating for this because we haven't seen the whole thing, but we will give our first impressions really on the first 3 episodes.
Indeed. So I thought it was really well structured because I found myself really engaged from the beginning, because you started watching it and I was just going to be on my iPad and not paying attention. I didn't even open my iPad because it gripped me right from the beginning. The first thing I said was, "Oh, it's 12 Monkeys." It's like, no, it's not 12 Monkeys. You'll see why when you watch it.
Okay, is that it?
No, I've got more to say, but I'm going to give you a turn.
Are you giving me a turn?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks, woman. First thing I just want to get out of the way. If you are of those people that think everything is woke, this series won't be for you, because I understand you'll get triggered straight away by going, "This is a whole series just with woman and one man? This is the society we live in now? So woke! This is rubbish." It's not going to be for you.
I really didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was a very interesting take on a biological weapon that could be targeted to the Y chromosome, which is the play on words. So let me just lay that out for you, because it's quite exciting. So Y as in, why is he the last man? Y as in the Y chromosome. And why? Because his name's Yorick.
There's a line from a play.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him well
There you
from
go.
Hamlet.
Yes.
Yes.
Great. I thoroughly enjoyed this, but it's definitely going to remind you of certain series like any zombie series, post-apocalyptic, 28 Days Later, especially how they start with a decimated world, but then once they go back and they show you kind of how and why, that's
Well, not
when...
why, but just how it happened.
Oh, I guess so.
We haven't got to the why yet.
It's more the why the city is the way with our character.
Yeah.
They're answering how he got there. And so we see how it becomes dangerous for one man to be the one man, as you can imagine. And then we see how the world tries to continue to be in the world, but with half of everything gone. Not just men, but all animals as well that are male. Okay, so it's very interesting that way. It's pretty gruesome. So, like for a Disney, it's pretty adult.
Yep.
It reminds me
Pretty
of
gory.
some of those series that have, when they're dealing with like a medical bioweapon of some sort, and you see people bleeding from their nose and mouth, and it's gross that way. So be warned that that's what you're going to get. However, I think the character studies on how people act in this sort of situation, being 99.9% female, is very interesting, and it shows the certain demographics and cliques that you're still going to have. People still trying to take power, still trying to do stupid things, which is just frustrating. And you were like, hang on a minute, all the guys are gone. Surely now this is going to be a better world. Doesn't seem to be that way.
Politicians are still politicians,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
There is a Diane Lane, I think she plays fantastically. I love her presence on screen. But there is a certain character that is, I would guess, kind of the Diane Lane's right-hand woman, not man. And her presence on screen is very interesting, but her story is very interesting. Her character is fantastic. She is by far, for me, the most interesting character, because you want to
So
know
far.
more about her all the time. Like,
Yeah.
you want to know her history. It's dark, it's weird, you don't quite trust her, but you know they need her. It's that sort of storyline. The main protagonist, dude, I really don't like.
What?
I don't like him at all. I think his acting is fine, but his actual character,
Yeah.
I just like... Why are you the last dude? Which I think is great, because he's not a hero. He's not like a buff dude. He doesn't know martial arts. He really is this young dude who doesn't have any idea what to do with his life. And he ends up being the last dude. Like, of all the dudes to survive, it's him. Which I think is great. But at the same time, I'm like, come on, dude, you gotta get a grip. You're the last man. Do something with yourself. But nah.
Well, as his comment to his mother was like, what do you need me to do? Like, put a sample in a cup? Like, every hour? Like, what's my contribution?
Yeah. It's at
It's
first,
tricky.
the first 3 episodes definitely are holding back a lot for the subsequent episodes. It's more building the world as the world is now, as in what its shape is going to look like without men.
After the apocalypse.
Yeah. And so it's a very interesting story. We haven't seen it done yet. I think this
Yeah.
is a fresh take. So once you get past it, if you are one of those like, I don't like all this woman everything, I think this is a really interesting take on the post-apocalyptic genre that we've had done to death. This is something new and fresh. I don't think you could have done it the other way around. I think guys would have just beaten each other to death and blown us up. We would have destroyed each other much quicker.
Nuclear wasteland.
Yeah, and this is why the world is still kind of functioning, I think.
We've got a bit of balance, maybe.
I think it's a lot of fun in a very, very dark way.
Yes, it was totally bingeable.
Yeah.
Like, we just watched the 3 episodes back to back straight
Yeah,
away.
like I wanted more when it
Yes.
ended. So I would add this to your list. You know, at the moment it's a solid B plus, probably heading towards an A, depending on whether that story can stick the landing. Yeah, so those are our initial thoughts. Let me know what you think of this once you've seen it. Are you excited about it? Are you one of those few? Because I haven't heard many people that have actually read the comics. So let us know if you have. Are you excited or just sad that they're adapting it? Because sometimes your heart sinks and go, oh, this is never going to be as good as, you know, the original content. And sometimes it isn't, but sometimes you get that gem, which is really great. So I hope that is the case. Thanks so much for watching this, but most of all, until next time, remember,
Live long and Tuesday.
Why?
Bye.